Hello everyone and welcome back on my channel. Today I want to be talking about some life quotes I have found. So quotes that are great to have in life that reminds us of the important things in life. My computer is a bit loud. I sadly can't change that, and my guinea pigs are also in this room. So there might be some noises, but I hope you can live with that. And I'm going to jump right into the video. So this was kind of a quote under a YouTube video. And the person says, "My Tourette's doesn't define me, it's my challenge. Everyone is given challenges. I'm not defined by it. I'm defined by how I handle it." Our reactions are always the important thing. I really agree with this. You're defined by how you handle it, and that's always going to be the most important thing, because if you're going to be lying down and crying in a corner and just really sad about your situation, well, you're only going to make it worse. If you try your best to find ways to handle it and to find ways to look at the small good things in life, then you're handling it in a better way. So there's always better ways of handling things, definitely. Oh, this is a sweet one. It says, "You're someone's reason to smile." And for me, this is one that I have a hard time believing, because I have a hard time believing that people really do love me and really do enjoy having me around. I really have a hard time trusting people. This is a very great quote. I just have a hard time believing it myself, because I've been through so many fake people, so many toxic people, that I just have a hard time believing people and believing that I could make someone's day better. So this is a Danish one, and it says, "There is no right or wrong people, but there is a right and wrong way to treat other people." And I agree with this. We all have a good and a bad side, and for example, when it comes to relationship, I always say no one is easy to live with, and we all have our good sides and our bad sides, and it's all about how we treat other people, because some people deserves a good treatment and some people deserves a bad treatment, because sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And sometimes for people to actually understand what you're saying, you have to say things kind of direct, because for some people it's not enough to say what you're saying is kind of hurting me. Sometimes you have to say, be more cruel in what you say. I would say, well, like, why don't you think about other people? I think it's really important how we treat all people. But sometimes they've treated you so wrong for so long that you have to say things in kind of a clear and almost a mean way for them to understand, hey, this is not right. Because if me saying something is hurtful, them not listening, yeah, that just says a lot. So this is also a good one. It says, "Are you in love with someone? A psychology professor said, if you are in love with someone, you won't be interested in someone else. If you are, then you aren't in love." I think people need to see this. So you can definitely be interested in other people. It's a natural thing, like you might be attracted to someone else. But what is really important is that you take control over yourself and you do not cheat, because waking up every day and choosing the person you're with, that's the important thing. And you can be interested in other people if you are in love. You definitely can. But if you really are in love, you will always choose the person you're with. That's kind of what I think. So I don't fully agree with this quote, actually. And another one says, "Never give up, because great things take time." And I really agree with this, because sometimes I kind of want to give up on YouTube, but that's when I compare myself to other people and all things I think I should be. But when I just have fun with it and just think that everything takes time, that's when I really enjoy being here on YouTube. So I really agree. That's kind of my outlook on YouTube, that is that everything takes time. "If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and a man." Mark Twain. So a dog will not bite the hand that feeds them. I guess it's another way to say this. Don't flaunt your money, don't talk about it, don't loan it out, pretend you have nothing. People are never genuine or sincere when it comes to money. Money is the root of all evil, and don't put yourself in a position to learn the hard way. So I agree that money is the root of all evil. That's definitely true. Money is such an important thing, and it can really make people do wrong things because of money, and I think it's really sad. And I really think money is one of the really bad things in the world, because some people have no money and some people have more money than they can ever spend in a lifetime. It's not fair at all. I really hate that about the world. Oh, it is actually just a picture, but it's called perspective, because two of the elderly people in this picture are kind of in the darkness and lying down, and another one has turned her bed around and looking out of the window and looking at all the beautiful things, and she's in a better mood than the others. So it's all about perspective. I agree with that. Never fail until you stop trying. Albert Einstein. Yes, that's the way to go. Try. And you won't be perfect at the start, and maybe a lot of people won't see what you're doing, but as long as it makes you happy and you don't give up, that's kind of the important thing in life. Never give up. You don't get anywhere if you give up. Greatness is often built when no one is watching. I really agree with that, because you might be doing really well and still people might not be noticing you. And that's really important when you're on YouTube to realize that you might be doing really well, but that does not mean that a lot of people will be watching you. I've reached a point in my life where I no longer feel necessary to try to impress anyone. If they like me the way I am, that's great. If they don't, that's just too bad. I really agree with that. That's also why I've cut those people out of my life, because I'm tired of putting on an act when I feel like I'm not accepted for who I am and not really a part of the family. I don't want to keep on with that. I need to be with people that I feel loved around and accepted around, and where me just standing up for myself isn't gonna cause drama. Me just saying my opinion instead when someone has done something that is not right. Me just saying that shouldn't cause any drama and make me the black sheep, because you have every right to stand up for yourself and say enough is enough. And if that makes a lot of drama and makes people hate you, just know more about them. I'd rather be alone than with people who do not really love me and do not really care about me and do not really treat me right. So this is getting a Danish one that I'll just translate. You come to a point of your life where you have to realize that you'll never be good enough for some people. The question is if it's yours or their problem. And yeah, it's definitely theirs, I would think, because I don't want to make it my problem. I don't want to be around people who do not think I'm good enough. So this is again Danish one I will translate. Everyone comes with baggage. Find one who loves you enough to help you unpack this baggage. This is a really sweet one, because the right person will not frown upon that you have your baggage, because everyone has, but they will help you unpack it and they will help you get better. That's just a good quote. The right person will help you do that, definitely. Not to say that you don't have a responsibility yourself, but a person who can accept you for who you are, that's the really important thing. Anything that starts with I don't want them to think will end in you not standing as your fully expressed self. And I really agree with that one too. So it's really important that you don't let other people hold you back and you express your full self, because if you don't, you regret it. And if they think badly about you because you are the way you are, then it says more about them than it does about you. Grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. So I don't fully agree with this one. I don't think because you're grateful, your heart is going to be a magnet for miracles. But I believe if you're grateful, you're a more happy person and you're more pleased with what you have, and you're not searching for the next big thing that will make you happy, because you're already happy with what you have. So I think that's a really important thing, to be happy with what you have already. Let your past make you better, not bitter. Yeah, I really agree with this. You have to learn from your past, and you should not let your past push you down. Of course, you can go through something hard and go hardest times, but as long as you look upon it as something you can learn from, because you cannot change it, so it doesn't help that you rethink all things you've experienced. Just learn what you can from it and move on. If you can, of course. It's really hard to move on sometimes. I have a really hard time with that because of everything I've been through, but I try to look at everything as something I can learn something from. So everything I've been through have made me stronger, and I'm still here. And I've learned a lot about what kind of people you should keep around or what kind of people you should not keep around. Be in mind that you don't have to explain why you want what you want. Do what you do, love what you love, need what you need. You are allowed to live a life some people don't understand. I really agree with this. It's alright to be different, and it's alright to stand out, and we should be alright with this, because the most important thing you can do is be yourself and be who you are and stand by that. And the people who can't accept that, well, it's too bad for them. But the most important thing is that you're true to yourself. That's like the most important thing here in life. I am me. I don't pretend to like everyone else. I don't want to be like everyone else, and I will not change who I am just fit in. So this is kind of the same thing, that you should just be who you are. That's the most important thing, and be true to yourself. People may hate you for being different and not living by society standards, but deep down they wish they had the courage to do the same. So I think a lot of people are afraid to stand out and be different because they're afraid that people won't accept them, and therefore they can't be themselves and kind of becomes what they think everybody else wants them to be, instead of being true to themselves. And when you're true to yourself, you definitely live a better life. But if you're just living for everybody else, that's when life becomes really hard and tough, and that's when you can't enjoy it. And that's when you have a burnout or depression or something, because you're not being true to yourself. Funny thing about getting older, your eyesight starts getting weaker, but your ability to see through people's bullshit gets much better. This is really true, that the older you get, the more you learn about which people is worth keeping around and which kind of people just are toxic and pulls you down. And the people you should keep around, the real ones that do not say with words, but kind of show you in the way they are, that they care about you and they love you and that they're there for you. So words are not the important things. It's always how you feel around the person and how they make you feel. If they mostly make you feel good around them, then keep that person, because everyone can say something stupid once in a while. We all do that, but as long as you have that good feeling around them, then they are people that you are supposed to have in your life. It always seems impossible until it's done. Well, that's true. Some things might seem really hard. For example, me just starting YouTube, I've thought about it for years. But then I finally did it, and then I was just like, I could actually do this. It actually worked. I'm actually having fun with it. So we should just start whenever we want to and not be afraid of failing, because if we fail, we just learn something and we were true to ourselves and what we want in life. So that's the most important thing. If you feel like you're losing everything, remember that trees lose their leaves every year and they still stand tall and wait for better days to come. So it's really important to just wait for the better days to come, because they will come. It might just be a hard period of your life, and they of course come. Life has ups and downs, but it's just so important that you try to find the good things even when life is hard, because the small good things in life are the things that make life great. For example, if you had a great meal, focus on that. For example, if you had a walk in the beautiful nature, focus on that. So it's just focusing on the small good things in life and not letting the hard things in life tear you down. Just because my path is different doesn't mean I'm lost. Again, it's the most important just to be true to yourself and stand by yourself, and the right people will either find you or you will find them. And maybe you won't find your tribe, but it's still more important to be true to yourself than being fake and being around people you don't really like. Balance in every aspect of life, that's the goal. So that's what I always talk about on my channel, that balance is what we need to have in life. We do not need to go to any extremes, because that's when things kind of gets bad, because we need balance. We really need balance, and we need nuance in life. Everything isn't just black and white. And there's good and bad things to everything. And that's why we should just take what we can use and leave the rest behind, no matter what we're doing in life. 7 rules to live by.
Make peace with your past,
so it doesn't ruin your present. What everybody else thinks is not your problem. Time heals almost everything. No one is responsible for your happiness. It's only you that's responsible for your happiness. Don't compare yourself to others, and don't judge them either. You have no idea about what their journey is about. Stop thinking so much. It's alright that you don't know all the answers. Smile. You don't own all the world's problems. So there's just some good rules to live by, so that's why I read them up. I really agree with that. A true relationship is two imperfect people refusing to give up on each other. As I talked about before, that's the most important thing, that you wake up every day and choose your partner, because nobody is easy to live with. No person is easy, but our care for them and our love and our compassion for them is what keeps us together and what keeps us choosing that person every day. When you are resting because you're worn out, you need to remember that you are not wasting a day doing nothing. You're doing exactly what you need to do. You're recovering. So me, as somebody who has something to fight with mentally, this is really, really important, because some days I just have days where I do not function, and I kind of bang myself in the head about all things that I needed to get done that I'll not get done that day. But it is really important to recover, and that's something we need to remind ourselves of. If we need a day where we don't have to do anything, or we need a full day of sleep, it's important that we do that, because it's not being a lazy person, it's taking care of yourself. And it's not about not being good enough, it's about taking care of yourself so you last longer. So I think this is a really important one, and this is the last one. So yeah guys, I just hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and comment down below and like. And if you like this kind of video, please comment down below. I would love to do more of them, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye guys.